Hello, this is Sebastian from Native Instruments. In this video, we will show you how to use the ideas and the arranger views in Maschine 2. You will learn how to play around with your ideas and prepare parts of your song in the ideas view, and build a song based on these parts in the arranger view. To keep things simple, we will show you how to build a song using 4 different groups with 3 different patterns each. To make the walkthrough easier to follow, we provide you with an example project. This example project uses sounds from the Maschine factory library and from Monarch. If you have not installed these yet, open Native Access and install them from the Not Installed tab. Please note that in this video, we focus on the software only. Once you understand the workflow in the software, it will be easier to understand how to reproduce it with your hardware controller. For this, refer to the chapters Using Ideas View and Using Arranger View in the manual corresponding to your specific Maschine controller model. First of all, download the project file from the link in the description of this video and then load it in Maschine. Click the Arranger View button to make sure that you are in Ideas View. When it's lit, you are in Arranger View. When it's not, you are in Ideas View. You can also switch between these views with a key combination. On Mac, hold down Command and press 1 to switch to Ideas View, or press 2 for Arranger View. On Windows, do the same holding down Control. As you can see, there are already 4 groups loaded in Maschine: drums, bass, synth, and pads. Each of these groups has 3 patterns which we've prepared beforehand. Let's start by building our first scene, which will be a combination of patterns from different groups playing together. Press play in Maschine, then activate the patterns by clicking them. When they are highlighted, they are playing. When they are grayed out, they are inactive. Play around with the patterns to see which sound best together. Once you are satisfied with a particular combination of patterns, you can name the scene. To do this on Mac, hold down Control, left-click the scene, choose Rename, and type in the name. To do this on Windows, right-click the scene, choose Rename, and type in the name. Here, we name this particular pattern combination Intro, because it works well as a start for our song. Now create a second scene by pressing the plus symbol next to the first scene. Again, play around with your different patterns until you find a combination that works as a part for your song. Here we have found a combination which sounds good as the first part of our song, so we call the second scene Part 1. Next, build as many scenes as you need for your track. In our example, we now have 4 scenes which we will use to build our song: Intro, Part 1, Break, and Part 2. You can now play around with your own scenes to see which parts would fit together in your song. You can select a scene on the software by clicking on its tab in the upper section of the Ideas view. Please note that this is also a nice way to perform live because it allows you to switch quickly in between different sets of patterns. Now we have seen how to prepare the parts of your song in the Ideas view. Let's move on and see how to build your song in the Arranger view. First, switch to the Arranger view by clicking the Arranger view button. This is where you create your song from the scenes that you built before. Let's start by adding the intro to the arrangement. On Mac, Control-click. On a Windows, right-click. The first bar in the timeline. Choose Append. And select Intro. As you can see, the intro is now added to the arrangement as a section at the beginning of the timeline. When you append a scene to the arrangement, the section in the timeline will be as long as the longest pattern included in your scene. Please note that you can change the length of a section by clicking on its end and dragging left or right. Here we shorten the intro so that it's only 4 bars long. Now add the next section of your song. To do so, Control-click or right-click on the next free bar in the timeline, choose Append, and select the section you wish to add. Here we add the section which we named Part 1. Next, we add Break, which we shortened to 2 bars. Finally, we add the last section of our song, which we named Part 2. Please note that you can permutate the sections in the arrangement by selecting them and dragging them to another place in the timeline. Finally, when you are satisfied with your arrangement, press play to listen to your song.